Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Winnie, and in today's video, I'll be showing y'all how I make my delicious Nigerian puff puff. So the ingredients that you need, so we have flour, we have sugar and salt and nutmeg, and of course yeast. So the first thing you're going to put is the yeast, which is what I'm putting in right now. So I'm putting the yeast in my water. Actually, I also have the measurement of everything in the description box so you can see it. But so I put the yeast in water. After putting the yeast in water, you close it up because you don't want it to you want it to be airtight. And then after that, you kind of look. I think the best option is that the yeast is a little creamy in that water. So sometimes I would microwave my water just to make sure to give it that little bit like you want it to be like room temperature, so not too hot, not too cold. And then the next thing you would do is just open up your sugar and put your sugar in. So for the sugar, I use because I'm using 4 cups of flour, so I used 1.5 cup of sugar. But also sometimes I put a little more. I think in this video I do put a little more because I like to say it's American sugar, so it doesn't it's not it doesn't catch as quick as the Nigerian sugar would. And I want it to be sweet. Like I want the puff puff to be sweet and I want it to be delicious and fluffy. So yeah, so you put your sugar and then of course you close up your sugar. Um, then next thing you would do is just stir it. You want to stir it so all of those ingredients could kind of mix together and give you that taste that you want. And then afterwards, you put some salt in it. I typically put like 1 teaspoon of salt, if that. I don't put too much salt because I'm a sugary person. I love sugar, so I put a lot more sugar than I do salt. So I just put a little salt just so it can give you that little bit of little spice in it. And then you just put a little bit of so you put a little bit of nutmeg. I don't measure that, so I just do a dash of it. Like I just push one and then put that. And then after that you just stir it again. You stir, stir, stir. I like to taste it a little bit just to see what it tastes like. And if there's any ingredients I feel like it's missing, then I would put some more in. So I test for salt, I test for sugar. The nutmeg is just I don't see a lot of people doing that, but I just like a little bit of because you don't really get the taste of the nutmeg, to be honest. So yeah. And then next is just opening up your flour and you start measuring out your flour out. So for the flour, like I said earlier, I use 4 cups of flour, which that's because of how I'm cooking for how the number of people that's gonna be eating it. I know sometimes I've done like 3 cups typically is what I do. Because 3 is not that many, but yeah, so I'm doing 4 cups of flour right now. And then once like I know some people also like save their flour, but I don't do all that. Like I just use the direct flour. This flour I got from Walmart, but I'm pretty sure it's anywhere. So I know they have this at Walmart, they have it at Acme, Sam's Club, like wherever, whatever store is close to you, whatever grocery store you go to, they should probably have it. So after putting the flour in, the next thing that I do is take the water that I had mixed and just pour it in there. So mix, 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 making sure that everything, it's not like things that are not sitting on top or sitting on the bottom. So you just stir, especially the sugar. I think a lot of times the sugar likes to just stay in the bottom. So I like to stir it to make sure it's not sitting. And then afterwards, you just keep, you keep mixing it in the pan. So to actually do this, I know some people would use like a pot to mix whatever you have you can use to mix. I think the spoon or the spatula, I use a spatula, like whatever. That's the tool that matters the most because it has to be hard enough so it doesn't like break. Um, but yeah, I also the mixing process takes a while. So yeah, I'll probably just make this a little quicker. I'll speed it up, but the mixing process does take me at least a good like 5 to 6 minutes, sometimes even more, like 10 minutes, because I don't want it to be too like grainy. Like I want it to be super clear. Right now, I'm just adding a little more water in my in the plate that I used, because I'm pretty sure I noticed that there was still sugar in it. So adding more water to it, and then you just keep mixing. Like mixing takes forever, y'all, like forever. So you just mix, mix, mix until you get this like smooth kind of texture. That's what I like. And then also like mine, it doesn't come out very thick. Like I don't like it to be too thick. So yeah, but yeah, so just keep mixing and mixing. Once you're done mixing, you get a pan, or whatever you want to use, and just pour it in there. And once you pour it in there, then you actually you see me, like I'm literally trying to take every inch of it out of the my mixing bowl. I ain't trying to waste my food in these streets, y'all. But anyways, so after that, you just wrap it, like I wrap it with a foil, so that it like air doesn't get into it, and then we just let it sit. So you see, you wrap it and try to close it as tight as possible, so it can rise pretty well. So I think I did like 2 wraps on it. Yeah, 2 wraps. Um, but yeah, so you wrap it, and then the next thing I like to do is I like to put my oven on for a bit. So I put it on for